You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
What's up, Pittsburgh Nation? Welcome to the Mark Lesko Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Rod, and this is a new show, Tuesday Pittsburgh Picks. This is what I'll be doing every Tuesday now. It's currently October 14th. It is now week 7 of the NFL, and we're just starting the season for the NHL. So I'll be doing my picks for not just the Steelers, but for the week for the Penguins until next week. So we'll hold off on those picks. So let's just get right into it, guys, with the picks for the Steelers and Bengals. Now, if you guys remember at the beginning of the season, or a couple weeks before the NFL season, I made my predictions for every week. And I made the prediction that the Steelers would lose this game. This was one of the losses that I had, and I got to stay true to that. I'm still going to assume that the Steelers are losing to this team. I know that they messed up my one game with the Seahawks, but again, still the same record. If instead of being, what would this be now? It'll be 4-2 instead of 5-1. I don't want this to be true, but again, I got to stay true to the picks that I had made, and that's how I'm going to go through this. But first, let's bring up this Bengals deep roster here, see what we've got working with. I still cannot believe that Joe Flacco was traded to the Bengals from the Browns. It's almost as if like the Browns wanted us to lose this game. It's like they did it on purpose. I mean, they know that Joe Flacco knows how to play us. And yes, they've got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They know they're going to be absolutely running all over the place. And yes, those cornerbacks are going to have their works cut out for them. JPJ and Ramsey are both going to have to really step it up. Again, I'm not saying they can't do that, but I mean, this is going to be the matchup pretty much of the year for these guys. You don't get tougher than these two guys down here, right here. Yeah, it's what it is, guys. I mean, outside of that, what do you got? You got Taj Brooks, Chase Brown, Sajame Perrine. I don't know how you say that last name. I'm so sorry, but yeah, like these guys, they're not terrible. Like they have decent stuff. They definitely have a lot of good names on offense, but in the end, what is it going to amount to? I mean, Noah Fant is their tight end. I don't think Mike Gesicki will be playing. I think he got hurt. I think I heard somewhere in a report about that. Geez Louise, they got a lot of tight ends. Yeah, Drew Sample, Tanner Hudson, Cam Grandy. Yeah, like they've got some good names. I mean, offensive line wise, I know that they're going to be dealing with a lot with the Steelers as front. I mean, they definitely are the more important part of this situation. If the defense can hold this team, under, I mean, listen, between Flacco's arm and Higgins and Chase's styles, like they're just so stinking talented. I mean, it's hard to, hate them. But yeah, this is going to be the biggest challenge I think the passing game has ever seen. Yeah, we're definitely going to be going through some pretty tough, intense matchups for sure. So it's going to really come down to the pass rush and pass defense, guys, really. So you're definitely got your work cut out for you. I don't know how else to word it, but that's kind of why I'm thinking this is going to be the case. I mean, at the beginning of the season, Joe Burrow wasn't hurt. And I knew that if it was Joe Burrow, it was going to be even worse. I mean, Joe Flacco, just as effective, just as lethal. He is. He just knows how to play Pittsburgh. He knows Mike Tomlin's system. So it's pretty darn obvious what we're going to see now from this. I mean, I'm not saying it's a trap game, but if you look at the history of the Steelers in Thursday night games against the AFC North, I think they said that even predating Tomlin, which is even the early 2000s, they haven't won a game on Thursday against the AFC North opponent. Now, don't get me wrong. The last time I said something like that for us, like they haven't won in New England since 2008. they did that this year. So it's possible that this could be, a win. And honestly, with the talent, I'd like to think defensively we can run with it. I mean, we're definitely the more talented team. We're the more healthier team. Got to say it like that too. But yeah, ultimately, what you're going with is the fact that it is Aaron Rodgers, the fact that it is the Cincinnati Bengals' defense. Like, they're going to be able to score. But the question is, how often, and like, do they have any urgency in them? Like, it's definitely the big test on the other side too. I mean, Aaron Rodgers going to DK, yes, that's always the option, and I really don't think the Cincinnati Bengals' cornerbacks really will have an answer for the guy. And of course, this is also a chance to really open up the middle of the field with the tight ends yet again. New tight end one, Darnell Washington. I mean, I have to start calling him that. And then it's going to go to Jonnu, and gosh, it seems like it's going to be Connor Hayward over Pat Freiermuth. I mean, I really would like to know what the story is behind that. I don't know if, like, Pat is fighting Arthur Smith a lot, or, he's constantly not, performing the way they want him to, or he's fighting them on what they wanted. I don't really know what this story is, but it's a darn shame. I'm not saying that I want all Penn State players to succeed on the Pittsburgh, but it seems like every time I get a Penn State guy, eventually he is going to get traded or not be there anymore. I just don't know what the whole story is behind that. It just kind of stinks. But if he's not defending, if he's not blocking, I mean, that's what they want. He won't do it. Darn it, I hate it, but it's just like, maybe you have a trade piece, for him. And with the way Nick Herbig looks, I think, honestly, and this is just I'm not trying to be mean about it, but Alex Highsmith seems like he could be a trade candidate too. I mean, could you imagine that bundle? Like, we'll give you a second-round pick, Pat Freiermuth, and Alex Highsmith for, Garrett Wilson, or basically the highest guy you can think of. Like, I would just think that would easily get us, to the playoffs for sure. Because again, Nick Herbig's doing fantastic things. And yeah, we got so many tight ends. We have trade pieces. We do. And again, that trade deadline's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm very curious to see what they're going to be doing. But ultimately, yeah, we'll go quarter by quarter with this one. And like I said, I'm still going to go with my original gut and say that we're losing this game. But how we're going to lose it, let's see. In the first quarter, I think we're going to let them score a touchdown. It'll be 7-0 Bengals. We will score a touchdown, tie it, but they will score a touchdown. And we'll kick a field goal. And it'll be 14-10 Cincinnati. And then at halftime and then third quarter, we're going to come out and they're going to kick a field goal. It's going to be 17-10. We'll score a touchdown, tie it up, go into the fourth quarter, all tied up 17-17. They will score a touchdown, 24-17. We will score a touchdown as well, make it 24-24. But, again, the air attack with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, as much as I know that these guys are going to have a chance to beat them and everything, guys like Noah Fant or, Chase – I'm not sure Chase Brown, but I mean, like, the tight end may have a big factor in it too, and that's what will end it, where it's like it'll be like driving down the field, score a touchdown. We'll try to get the ball back with like a minute left. We won't be able to convert, and it'll be 31-24 Cincinnati. I hate that I'm saying this prediction. I don't want it to be true, but it's quite possible that's really what it's going to come down to. So that's my prediction for the NFL. Again, hope I'm wrong, but that's just what I'm going to stick with. All right. So let's move on, guys, to the Penguins. Again, my very first Penguins picks for the podcast. I'm very excited for that. You got the road trip, the West Coast road trip. I mean, every game's going to start at 10 o'clock. So I'll be going to bed, pretty much, after the first period. Hopefully I'll see wins. Got to get up early for those jobs. So you got the Ducks, the Kings, and the Sharks. Now, again, is at the beginning of the season. Do I know anything about these teams? Of course not. But given the history of these teams these last several years, if they're not rebuilding, then it's like they are still the teams I remember they would be. I think for the Ducks, I mean, I'll go period by period for each game. I think that the Ducks and us will go scoreless in the first period. Then I think we'll finally open up the scoring with a goal. I'll give it to Crosby. I'll just say someone, again, not that I can't name anybody else on the team that's that can score, but I'm saying I think that in the next one we'll still keep that. It'll be 1-0 in the second period. The Ducks will tie it 1-1, and then I think a guy like Harrison Bernecki will get the second goal, and I think that's how it's going to end. I think the Penguins will win the Ducks 2-1, and then the Kings. This will be interesting on the road. Again, I know nothing about their goalies. I don't know which one we'll be using. We might use Murray. We might use Silvos. I mean, again, I don't know how you say that guy's last name. I'm just going with that until someone corrects me. And you got – I think we're going to score a goal on them in the first period. I think they will too. So we'll tie it 1-1 in the first period. Then in the second period, I think the Kings will score, make it 2-1. And then I think they'll score again, make it 3-1. We'll go into the third period down 2 goals. They'll score another one in the third, make it 4-1. We will score another one, but that'll be the end of that, and it will be 4-2 Kings. And then in the Sharks, I think we're going to score 2 goals in the first period. None for them, so it'll be 2-0 us. Then San Jose will score a goal, make it 2-1, and that'll be the end of the period. We won't score a goal in the second. Then I think we'll score a goal in the third, make it 3-1, and I think they'll score a goal, but I think we'll end it with a open net. So you have 4-2 Sharks. So for this week's games, I'm going to predict that it's going to be a 2-1 road trip, and that will put us at 4-2. Now, again, this may not be the year for the Penguins. We're definitely rebuilding. It's definitely, something big for the last game for these 3 guys, or season for these 3 guys. Yeah, they're definitely going to look promising, but it's not going to get much better. I mean, I'm just saying they're going to have a losing record, but it's like they're basically projected to be the worst team in the NHL. So got to kind of follow the guidelines. So they'll start out hot, but then as the season progresses, I may start to change the attitude about the results. I mean, who knows? Again, we don't know how things work out, especially for teams like the Penguins when they have all these older guys. But I love them. I'll try my darndest to be positive with it. So that's what you have so far, winning record at the beginning of the season. So let's move on, guys. Back on the cap. You got the Week 7 schedule here for the NFL. Let's dive right into it, guys. So who do you got, of course, Thursday night? This is great. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Get it out of the way. Again, hope I'm wrong on that one. So the Los Angeles Rams against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Or no, it's a London game. Never mind. So they're the overseas game at 9 o'clock. Fascinating. I know the Jacksonville Jaguars actually have a lot of fans overseas. I've seen a lot of games. Well, they play the most games, I think, overseas. So I think they're gaining a fan base over there. I'd like to think that I mean, it's an interesting match. Lawrence versus Stafford. Given the names on the Rams, I think this is going to be a close one, but I will pick Los Angeles to go overseas and beat Jacksonville. Let's do 28-21. Then the New Orleans Saints take on the Bears. Now, the Bears beating the Commanders is actually the swing decision on this one. If they had lost to the Commanders, I think the Saints would have had a chance to do something. But now all of a sudden, Caleb Williams and company with Ramon Odunze, I mean, they're they're going to be doing some pretty interesting stuff. And what is it? David Swift is also their running back. Yeah, they got some good names. So in Chicago, I'm going to pick the Chicago Bears to win this game, and they'll be going 4-2. Yeah, that's crazy. Or no, 4-3. What? I think they're 3-3 right now. Yeah, they won last night. It was 3-2. So yeah, they win this game. They'll be 4-2. Yeah. So then you move on to Miami at Cleveland. After the way Cleveland lost to us, guys, I think they're going to absolutely massacre Miami. Even though they don't have a quarterback, the Miami defense is just as lost and all over the place. But that's a good point, though. I mean, Tua might also be kind of reeling after that loss against the Chargers. Oh, gosh. I mean, it's in Cleveland, so I'll give it to the Browns, and they'll go 2-5. But yeah, I didn't give a Saints prediction for the Bears. I think the Bears will win 24-20, and then the Cleveland Browns' score against Dolphins, it'll be 23-20. I mean, not a big score, but enough to win it. New England at Tennessee. New England. I mean, New England's just all of a sudden they're top of the AFC East. I mean, my goodness gracious, the Bills have collapsed in such despicable fashion. I mean, I'm not saying that the Falcons don't have anything to play for, but at the same time, it's like the Bucs are running away with that division. It's like, what are you doing trying to stay relevant in that division? But again, why can't the Bills just travel and do something fantastic? But yeah, I mean, they're not the leaders anymore. Now they're both tied with New England, and New England looks great. I mean, Mike Vrabel, going back to his old team, yeah, this will be like a 31-13 kind of shellacking. And then Las Vegas takes on Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs right now, I mean, unbelievable. I just did not see their win against the Lions coming. I don't think anybody could have. I mean, everybody probably thought that they were dead and buried. They did not have a chance to compete with that team. And then it was the exact opposite. The Chiefs looked like the better team over the Lions. The Lions looked like they were completely lost and had no answer for anything. But, again, the Chiefs, they're staying relevant. I'm not saying I'm rooting against that, but it does kind of make you have that Patriots, like, dynasty feel where it's like, are these guys ever going to stop being relevant? No. As long as Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and his fiance and Andy Reid are still in this discussion, they're still going to be irrelevant. So, yeah, the Chiefs are going to win this game 31-17. I mean, again, Ashton Genty of the Vega, I mean, he'll keep him in the game, but, yeah, it won't last. Then Philadelphia takes on Minnesota. Ooh, that's going to be fascinating. Again, Philadelphia is reeling right now. They're really kind of collapsing, kind of like the Bills, where it's like they were winning all their games, and now all of a sudden they can't win a game to save their lives. In Minnesota, they're coming off of I think that's the bye week. I think they had that just recently. Was it they play last week? I don't remember. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they had their bye week just last week. So, yeah, they'll be nice and fresh. So, I think that the Minnesota Vikings are easily going to win this game, especially that it's in Minnesota. I mean, it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be something like 33-31. I'll better give it to Minnesota. And then you have New York, Carolina at New York. I mean, goodness gracious. Are the New York Jets going to become the Detroit Lions? Are they going to win a game this year? I mean, because right now Carolina's 3-3. I really don't know what the game plan is for these guys, but as of right now, the Panthers are actually making noise, and they're close to, being right there with the Falcons. So, yeah, I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers, and the Jets are going to go 0-7. Wow. I'll give that a score of 24-17. And then New York Giants at Denver. I mean, Denver didn't have a great showing against the Jets, but, I mean, that could have also been the overseas thing. I mean, any teams that travel to a different part of the world. I mean, they definitely feel it. And I mean, that definitely was a sluggish game for both teams. So you can tell that they were not prepared to play that game. And Giants, I don't know. I mean, it's obvious that Denver has the more talented names. So, I mean, I have no choice but to go with those guys. And I'm going to give that a final score of 27-17. And then the Indianapolis Colts at the Chargers. Ooh. Now, again, if this was if the Chargers were fully healthy, this would be a much, much interesting game. I mean, Indianapolis, yes, they're absolutely the more impressive team, not just in their division, but all of NFL. Like, they are really the bigger surprise. I mean, I thought they were going to be good, but I did not anticipate them being this good on everything. Like, between, what is it, Jones? Between Daniel Jones. Is it Jacoby Brissett that's still the backup? And then, of course, Jonathan Taylor. Like, they just are doing everything right. They've got a fantastic setup, and it's working for them. So I'm going to say, being in Los Angeles, being against Herbert, I'm gonna be close, but I'm gonna still give it to the Colts. It's gonna be such a back and forth. I think it's gonna be like 30-27 Indianapolis. And then the Commanders at Dallas. I mean, listen, the Commanders did not have a good showing against the Bears. It was 1 point loss. I get it, but it's like, man, that's a tough one to always lose when it's 1 point. And Dallas being what they are, I mean, Pickens is being a great asset to the, Dallas Cowboys. They're 2-3-1, but it's going to be at home. It's going to be in division. It's going to be close, guys. But I will go with the upset here. I'm going to pick the Commanders, and I'm going to say it's going to be 28-27. Like, it's going to be a 1 point loss again, but it's for Dallas this time. And then Green Bay at Arizona. That's not a gimme. I mean, that was a tough game that Arizona played. It was a much, much closer matchup than it should have been. And Green Bay, I know they're kind of in the driver's seat, kind of with the NFC North, but boy, this is tough. I'm gonna go with Green Bay, but it's gonna be a really tough loss again for them. I'm gonna go 27-20 Green Bay. And then the Sunday night game, you have the Atlanta Falcons at San Francisco. Now, this is gonna get interesting. If the Falcons win this game, they'll be 4-2, and they will stay on the heels of the Bucks. But it's just like, wow, that's so surprising. But I mean, San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan, Mac Jones, they're dinged up so much, something awful on defense. So it's like, I know Drake London is on the Falcons. I know they've got a pretty good system with Robinson as their running back. I mean, they've got some pretty decent names, and is it Spencer Rattler who's the quarterback for the Falcons? Is that the Saints? Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. Yeah. Rattler's for the Saints. I'm so sorry. So Penix Jr. Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible, idea, but I mean, going to San Francisco, I don't know, guys. I think San Francisco is going to start to fall off just a little bit, and I am going to pick the upset. I think that Atlanta is going to beat them, and I think it's going to be, I want to say 27-21. And then this Monday night games, you got a split here. You got a Tampa Bay against the Detroit Lions here, Detroit Lions, and then Houston taking on Seattle. So Tampa Bay, yeah, this is going to be a big, big matchup. That's probably the biggest matchup of the season so far, to be honest. I mean, because you've got the Lions that, had their tough loss against the Chiefs, and the Tampa Bay Bucks are 5-1. I mean, good gosh, they're absolutely clicking on all cylinders with Baker Mayfield and company. He has no one to throw to, but yet he makes them look fantastic. Now, again, Detroit allowed Patrick Mahomes and Hollywood Brown and who was the other? Worthy. I mean, of course, Kelsey had some big moments, but he didn't have any touchdowns. Like, yeah, Detroit being in Detroit, I think this is what really swings it for me. It's going to be a close game and high scoring too. But I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions in this game, and I'm going to say it's going to be 35-31. It's going to be a really close game, guys. And then Houston at Seattle. I don't see Seattle losing a game for a while. I mean, against the Texans, I know C.J. Stroud and company have had a really rough start to the season, but I think it's going to keep continuing to get bad. And I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks with this one, and I'm going to pick that game to be 28-20. All right. So there is the schedule, guys, for the week. This is the rest of the podcast, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed the episode. Again, I don't want to be right about Cincinnati, but if it does happen, thank goodness. I'm glad I was wrong. But that would put my record exactly where I thought it would be at this point. So, yeah, that may be nice if I was right there, too. But yeah, the Penguins on the road. Hopefully they can go have a winning record on the road, start the season. Who knows? Just use the momentum, see what happens. And for the rest of this NFL, hope it's a great week. And hope you guys have yourselves a good one until I'm back for my live episodes on Sunday. So you guys have a good rest of your week. And until then, Pittsburgh Steelers, Penguins, Pittsburgh, let's go.